handle company adalah kebanyakan yang involved in politik, ya kan? Okay. So now kita tengok about quality control, about audit quality. You baca dulu kelas a little bit. Tajuk ni senang saja, dia very straightforward. Okay. Okay, the auditor is responsible, I baca one by one lah kat you all, to obtain reasonable assurance that there is no material misstatement in the audited financial account. So kita kena ensure that there is no material misstatement before we issue the audit report lah. So kita dah buat audit planning, dah dapat buat audit procedures, audit test, and then we believe ataupun we provide reasonable assurance that there is no material misstatement in the financial statement. Tetapi kalau you tengok sekarang ni recent cases like Enron case, Transmile case, okay, in our country, so bila ada case yang melibatkan auditor yang third party ataupun auditors negligent, ya, ataupun auditor do not conduct the audit in a proper way, in a proper manner, okay, pernah berlaku, ya, bila MIA investigate, ada juga company audit firm, they charge audit fees RM5 saja. Tapi kes ni dah lama lah, ada belas-belas tahun lepas lah kan. RM5 saja, dia macam very murah je lah kan. Agaknya dia just pergi and sign the audit report, okay. So in that case, so kita questions about the quality of audit. That's why dalam MIA bylaw, they state clearly, ya, you are not supposed to charge low audit fees to your client. Sebab kalau you charge low audit fees to your client, people might questions ataupun MIA might questions about the quality of audit that you produce, okay. So bila ada court case ataupun ada legal actions against the auditor, kadang-kadang people due to the auditor's negligence lah, ya. So people akan questions about the credibility of the financial statement lah. So apa yang MIA buat adalah MIA adopted the International Standard of Quality Control ISQC 1 quality control for firm, okay, to perform audit and review of historical information. So there are two auditing standards that been applied ataupun be adopted by MIA, ya. The first one adalah ISQC 1. ISQC 1 adalah quality control at the firm level, okay, and another one adalah AI220. AI220 adalah quality control at the engagement level, okay. So basically in order to ensure high quality, kita kena buat at 3 level lah, ya. Satu at the professional level. Professional level ni by MIA lah, okay. Satu lagi at the firm level, kena maintain good quality. And last one adalah will also need to maintain audit quality at the engagement level, okay. So there are 4 categories of audit deficiency. Number 1 adalah kenapa berlakunya audit failure, okay. The reasons that contribute kepada audit failure. Kita kalau boleh kita try to avoid audit failure lah, ataupun kita try to reduce the audit risk. Maksud audit risk adalah there is a situation that the auditor may issue inappropriate audit report. Maksud inappropriate audit report meaning that dalam financial statement tu ada material misstatement, tetapi kita issue unmodified ataupun unqualified audit report, okay. So what are the factors that contribute to it? Number 1 adalah tendency to accept management representation. Kita accept saja whatever figures ataupun whatever information given ataupun provided by management without adequate verification. Kita tak verify it using other audit procedures. Okay, so kadang-kadang apa yang kita patut buat adalah whatever information that you receive from management, we need to verify it by using other audit procedures. For the example like external documentation ataupun you boleh dapatkan confirmation from other third party, okay. Second one adalah inadequate documentation of audit work, failure to report if the client do not follow some of the accounting standard. And then last one adalah uncritically acceptance of questionable accounting practice. Kadang-kadang klien tak follow some of the accounting practice due to the certain circumstances. So we just accept client punya client's decision ataupun apa yang klien buat. Okay. So yes.
Tadi ada orang nak masuk.
Sekejap ya. I tak faham. So, kadang-kadang ada some student dia terus boleh masuk without I admit. Kadang-kadang I yang kena admit the student.
Madam, kalau pakai account UiTM dia tak payah admit. Kalau
I memang pakai account UiTM.
Tak, student. Kalau
student.
student pakai
Okay.
UiTM tak payah.
Okay. So the best way adalah the student sudah pakai account UiTM. Okay, next one adalah audit quality. Audit quality I dah mention tadi, kita ada dua. Satu ISQC1 at the firm level, and then another one adalah AI220. Bila you baca soalan, sebab normally soalan tajuk ni adalah direct question, and then you can get the answer daripada the notes pun you boleh dapat jawapan dia. Okay? Cuma you kena tahu the question referring kepada yang mana, sama ada at the firm level ataupun at the engagement level. Okay, that's why you kena tahulah ya. Kalau firm level, you tengok kepada ISQC. Kalau at engagement level, you kena refer kepada AI220 sebab elemen dia adalah elemen yang sama under ISQC as well as under AI220. I rasa ISQC1 ada bagi kat you all kan? Ada tak I bagi kat you all ISQC1?
Ada.
AI220 pun I bagi kat you all kan? Cuba tengok dekat Telegram.
Madam.
Ya? Yeah?
Screen madam tak appear.
Pula. Sekejap. Okay, nampak ke?
Nampak madam.
Okay. So, now kita kat mana tadi ya? Kat sini ya. The Council of MIA also approve MIA on top of ISQC1, MIA also approve AI220 quality control for audit work in 1997 lah. Okay, to provide guidance on the number one, policy and procedures of the audit firm. This one adalah at the firm level, bagi guidance lah, MIA nak bagi guidance kepada audit firm, okay? How to maintain good audit quality, okay? And second one adalah at the engagement level. Yang ni you boleh baca lah apa benda, apa ni. Baca sekejap kelas. Okay. Shall I proceed ya? So apa yang kita ada dua standard lah yang kita apply that should be applied by audit firm ya. Satu ISQC1 at the firm level and another one adalah AI220 at the engagement level. Kita tengok dulu AI220 kelas. So quality control, baca quality control. Okay, so kita nak ensure that sebagai auditor we need to maintain professional competency and we need to meet the professional standard on technical and ethical. Okay, in providing when we provide the professional services lah, kenapa kita kena maintain good quality so that we be able to reduce the audit failure and we be able to reduce the audit risk at the acceptable level. Okay, apa maksud audit failure kelas? Dia ada dua. Pernah keluar satu soalan, explain the difference between audit failure and business failure. Apa beza antara audit failure and business failure? What do you think? Okay, business failure dulu. Apa maksud business failure?
Bankruptcy, madam.
Maybe the company do not manage the management do not manage the company properly, okay? So that the company do not make the profit and can kemudian lead kepada bankruptcy lah. Kalau audit failure,
Keluarkan report audit yang salah.
betul. The auditors fail to, ataupun bukan auditor fail, auditors do not conduct proper audit procedures. Okay. Dan dalam financial statement tu banyak lagi material misstatement, but we issue inappropriate audit report. Okay. Okay, at the same time kita try to reduce the audit risk lah, sama jugalah. Audit risk adalah situation where we issue inappropriate audit opinion. Okay. Kenapa kita kena maintain high quality of audit? Number one, kita nak ensure professional standard, we comply dengan professional standard. And second one, kita nak establish public confidence towards our audit report. Okay. Quality control kita ada at three level. Satu adalah at professional level, at MIA. Okay, apa yang MIA buat adalah MIA adopted AI220 as well as ISQC1 lah. At the firm level, you kena come out dengan policy. Okay, semua audit firm, dia kena ada policy and procedures to maintain high audit quality. Okay, and at engagement level pun kita kena ada policy and procedures to maintain high quality of audit. Okay, so now kita tengok audit quality. Okay, firm level, apa yang audit firm need to do adalah, for the example, in order to ensure that we have good audit quality, they need to come out dengan standard audit manual. Kalau you tengok all audit firm, dia ada dia punya audit manual and ataupun audit program. Apa maksud audit program? Dalam audit program tu kena ada list of the audit procedures. Dia akan list down satu-satu. What are the things that you need to do untuk sales cycle, purchase cycle, apa lagi cycle yang kita ada? Sales, purchase, inventory, okay, asset, okay, and so on. So they need to have good audit manual ataupun good audit program. Okay, kita kena ada standard audit letter. Okay, for the example like bank confirmation, debtors confirmation, creditors confirmation. Okay, so audit firm juga kena ada standard policy and procedures on ethical issue, macam mana you nak accept client and how you are going to charge to your client, macam mana you nak determine the audit fees. Okay, at engagement level, quality issues such as accepting new appointment. Okay, bukan saja accepting new appointment tetapi accepting macam reappointment. Okay, so what are the things that we need to consider before kita accept new appointment or before kita accept the reappointment. Okay, and we also need to ensure that we should have sufficient staff to conduct the audit. Okay, dalam ISQC1 as well as AI220, they listkan there are 6 elements of the audit quality. So the elements of the audit quality, what do we have here? Leadership responsibility within the firm, ethical requirement, acceptance and continuing. Dia dua ya, acceptance new client, continuing existing client. Okay, human resource, engagement performance, and then monitoring. Now kita tengok satu-satu elemen tu ya. Apa maksud leadership? Leadership responsibility for quality, ultimate responsibility. The ultimate responsibility adalah the responsibility of partner lah, partner yang kena responsible. Okay, so dalam leadership responsibility, promote everyone to appreciate that quality is essential in every audit engagement. So kita kena, all our audit staff, kita kena beritahu dia, when we conduct the audit, the most important one adalah we need to maintain high quality of audit. Therefore, the highest ranking in the office should have the ultimate responsibility. Is referring kepada audit partner lah. Okay. Ethical requirements independent. Provide the firm with reasonable assurance that everyone comply with the professional ethics. Semua orang dalam kita punya team, bukan saja our team, semua orang dalam our audit firm, we need to comply dengan professional audit. We have to be independent. Kita kena perform the job with high integrity and objectivity. Okay, so that kita boleh produce high quality of audit report. Okay. The third one adalah acceptance and continuing of clients and engagement. Provide reasonable assurance that associate with the client. So kita kena review our client from time to time so that kita be able to minimize the relationship dengan client yang having integrity issue. Kadang-kadang ada juga klien yang ada integrity issue. For the example, like they are not honest ataupun dia selalu ataupun klien tu ada integrity issue lah. For example, like dia selalu keep change the data, keep change the information, okay? So it's make it difficult for us to conduct the audit. And then it's make it difficult for us to rely on their whatever report or information given by client, okay? So maybe we need to consider sama ada you kena evaluate your client from time to time, ya. Bukan saja potential client tetapi existing client, ataupun client tu maybe involved in, you rasa client tu involved in illegal business, okay? So kita kena putuskan our relationship dengan that type of client, okay? So maybe we need to we might consider not to accept the reappointment, okay? So this one can be achieved. You can scrutinize your client and every engagement, okay? Ingat, evaluating client bukan saja new client tetapi existing client. Kalau client tu banyak sangat masalah, maybe kita consider not to accept the reappointment, okay? Kemudian human resource, ensure the process of hiring new staff, assigning personnel. Bila kita hantar our audit team to audit that client, kita kena ensure kita punya audit team qualified, competent, ada skill, properly trained, okay, to audit that industry, okay. Staff development, you kena buat staff development, advancement activity, okay, provide reasonable assurance. We want to ensure that our staff ada technical knowledge to conduct the audit on certain industries. So kadang-kadang some of the industry require additional knowledge ataupun additional technical skill, okay. So we need to provide our staff dengan those skill lah, okay. Next one adalah engagement performance. Engagement performance adalah provide the firm with reasonable assurance that the work performed meet applicable professional standard. Okay, kita kena ensure that when we conduct the audit, kita fulfill the requirement of auditing standard, we fulfill the regulatory requirement, dan kita juga kena fulfill, our staff also need to fulfill dengan our KPI. That's why we need to set KPI untuk setiap engagement dan untuk setiap staff, okay? And last one adalah monitoring. Monitoring ni bukannya monitor, monitoring meaning that kita kena monitor our policy and procedure to ensure that our policy and procedure still relevant. Kadang-kadang kita dah letak the policy and procedure kita dah buat 10-15 tahun lepas kan. So kita nak tengok sama ada it is still relevant or not. Ataupun it need to be improved. That one kita panggil sebagai monitoring. Okay? Okay. Boleh ya? Okay, that one adalah basic idea about the elements of quality control. Now kita nak tengok how do we apply this quality control under ISQC1 as well as under AI220. I pergi laju sikit ya sebab dia benda yang sama je. Okay, cuma dia slightly different on certain part aja ya. Number one adalah, now kita tengok dulu ISQC1 dulu ya kelas ya. The first one adalah leadership responsibility for quality. Dalam the first element, emphasis on top management responsibility. Top management should support and enforcement, okay, about the importance of the quality, the control. Bila you nak bagi reward kepada your staff, the reward should be given based on high quality, audit quality. You tak boleh bagi reward based on the commercial purpose saja. Commercial purpose, for example, like katakanlah bahawa audit staff tu boleh jual other services kepada klien, you bagi dia promotion ataupun you bagi dia high increment, tak boleh. Okay, bila kita nak bagi increment, ataupun kita nak bagi promotion to our staff, it should be based on the high audit quality. Yang lain ni adalah additional information, you all baca sendirilah ya. Second one adalah ethical requirement. Ethical requirement adalah ensure fundamental principle of ethic are complied with. For example, kita kena address if there is any independent issue. The firm should put in place policy and procedure to identify, a company tu kena ada policy and procedures, okay? To identify and evaluate if there is any threat to independent and take necessary action to reduce the threat, okay? So the partner should inform about the client and scope of work so that the firm can assess the impact on independent and indicate the threat to independent, should always rely to the firm. Jadi the firm yang kena come out dengan policy and procedure to evaluate sama ada by sama ada bila you accept the job, it will affect the independence or not. Okay? And we need to evaluate the threat from time to time dan apply the safeguard to reduce the threat. Boleh faham kelas ya? Dia lebih kurang sama dengan elemen dalam quality control dalam MIA bylaw juga kan? Okay, third one adalah acceptance and continuing of client and engagement. Baca kelas. Okay, you kena develop, okay, you kena evaluate your client from time to time as well as you punya prospective client. We need to investigate further on our prospective client before we accept the appointment. For the example, kita kena identify dia punya attitude, especially management punya integrity. Okay, kalau management tu low integrity, ada moral issue, selalu keluar gambar muka dia terpampang dekat newspaper, dekat Facebook ke, pasal isu-isu scammer ke whatsoever, so we do not accept the appointment lah. Okay, you juga kena tengok reputation of the key management. Okay, owner of the business, related party, jenis business yang dia buat apa, and why they not appoint you sebagai, why they not appoint you. Okay, is it for untuk audit financial statement ke, or they might appoint you to do other, to provide other services. Okay, okay ke kelas? So far okay, boleh?
Boleh, madam.
Boleh, madam.
Yang lain you all baca ya, yang additional information you all baca sendirilah ya. Next one adalah human resource. Human resource adalah cover the policy and procedure that relate to the recruitment process. Kalau you pergi kepada big audit firm kan, you punya kadang-kadang you pergi interview tu sampai 3 kali interview, okay? Ataupun dia akan ada satu lagi proses baru dia recruit you sebagai audit staff, okay? Depending kepada audit firm sendirilah, dia kena ada policy and procedure macam mana nak recruit new staff, okay? Development of competency, macam mana kita nak develop kita punya staff to ensure that our staff, they are competent enough to conduct the audit. Okay, career development, macam mana you nak enhance dia punya career. Sebab kita tak nak ya, sebab kita tak nak kita dah penat-penat train our staff, join sekejap kemudian resign, join tempat lain, okay? Jadi kita kena create good career development kepada our staff so that they loyal dengan our company, okay? Performance evaluation, how you are going to evaluate them? Macam mana you nak set up dia punya KPI, okay? Dan macam mana you nak bayar compensations kepada your staff, okay? Human resource policy must ensure, ni you boleh baca lah kan? Okay, kita nak ensure kita punya staff ada committed dengan kerja-kerja dia. Suruh buat kerja sampai 1-2 pagi, buat. Sampai 3-4 pagi, buat. Because we are too committed. Okay? Kalau those yang kerja dekat audit firm, dia orang faham lah macam mana situation kerja dekat audit firm. Okay? Engagement performance, ensure every engagement team assigned have capability to deliver the job. Okay, engagement performance adalah bila kita nak hantar audit team to audit that client. Kita kena ensure that the audit team mesti ada knowledge and competence to conduct that client, okay? Dalam audit team tu mesti ada partner tu mesti ada ya. Sub audit team dia ada manager, supervisor and junior staff. Okay. So dia mesti ada partner, senior. Okay. Kemudian experienced staff as well as less experienced staff. Normally kita akan combine lah. Kita akan hantar staff yang lama dan kita akan hantar combine, kita akan hantar sertakan dengan 1 or 2 new staff to conduct the audit. Okay. The procedure should address the following matters. Kadang-kadang kita akan buat on-job coaching. On-job coaching ni while kita conduct the audit, kita coach kita punya new staff. Okay. Kemudian supervision, you kena ada proper supervision, proper review should be conducted by experienced staff. Okay. Kadang-kadang kalau you are tak sure, ada certain benda yang grey line, so apa yang you kena buat adalah you boleh discuss dengan internal and external person. For the example, you can get advice daripada MIA. Kalau ada differences, opinion, dekat audit team tu pun ada different opinion. So, kena ada proper channel how to solve that problem. Okay, and then it should be properly documented. Okay, faham kelas ya? Boleh ya?
Boleh madam.
Okay. Last one adalah monitoring. Monitoring adalah kita kena maintain ataupun kita kena tengok, kita kena review kita punya system and procedures, policy and procedures. Okay. To ensure that our policy, our procedures still relevant, adequate, okay, dan policy kita comply dengan the practice. Kadang-kadang kita punya policy and procedures terlalu fantastic, macam terlalu bagus kan? Tetapi when come to implementation, we do not implement it. Okay, so kita kena ensure that our policy and procedures dengan apa yang kita implement should be at par. Mesti sama lah kan? Janganlah pula you punya macam canggih sangat you punya sistem. Tetapi sebenarnya when come to implementation, tak implement pun benda tu kan? So kita kena ensure that, and then we also need to review our policy and procedures. Kalau ada any changes dekat MIA punya requirement and so on, we need to change our policy and procedures. Okay. Yang lain you all boleh baca lah. Dan itu adalah ISQC 1 at the firm level. Okay, yang lain you all boleh baca monitoring. Okay, kemudian kita tengok at engagement level. At engagement level kita refer kepada AI220. Okay. Elemen yang sama tetapi dia punya approach slightly different ya. Leadership responsibility, designated engagement. Okay, mana-mana team dia punya head adalah audit partner. The partner adalah dia punya ketua because partner tu yang akan sign the audit report. Audit manager tak boleh sign audit report ya. Cuma audit partner saja yang can sign the audit report. Okay. The partner should become the role model for other team member and should always promote internal culture and stress about the importance of high quality audit quality. I pergi laju sikit ya kelas ya. Second one adalah ethical requirement. The engagement partner should be able to evaluate the client background. So you kena evaluate your client background dan you kena tengok dia punya financial statement. So, kita tak nak ya kita audit klien tetapi klien tu ada masalah financial position. Okay. You kena evaluate from time to time the financial stability, your clients punya financial stability. Okay. So kalau klien tu ada masalah duit macam dia punya net working capital negative, profitability dia negative. Okay. Kemudian current ratio less than 1. So under that situation, client might have problem to pay your audit fees kan. Okay, jadi you akan ada masalah untuk dapatkan audit fees. Okay, so dalam that situation, maybe you might consider not to accept the reappointment. Okay, so auditor juga under ethical requirement, you juga kena identify if there is any threat that may affect your independence. And okay, kalau ada threat, you kena dapatkan safeguard lah to reduce the threat to an acceptable level. Okay. If there is any threat, it should always discuss dengan audit partner. Okay, acceptance and continuing of audit engagement. Baca kelas. Ni untuk new client Preliminary planning activity. Betul kan untuk new client? Okay. So mula-mula sekali you kena investigate your client. we need to investigate our potential client. Kalau untuk our existing client, we need to evaluate the client from time to time and decide sama ada kita nak accept ataupun kita tak nak accept the new appointment, the reappointment. Okay. Accepting new client is more critical compared to the continuing client. Okay, sebab kalau accepting new client, you has no idea about the client punya business. Okay. Kalau continuing client, you dah ada experience dekat that client. Okay. For new client, auditor should investigate the prospective client before accepting the appointment. For the example, you boleh review dia punya financial information, dapatkan information daripada third party, you kena communicate dengan previous auditor. This one you kena buat ethical clearance, okay? You kena determine sama ada it will affect your independency, okay? Kalau you accept the appointment. Number 4, assignment of engagement team, audit resources. Okay, the procedure developed must ensure that the partners select audit team. This one bila kita select audit team to conduct audit untuk that client, okay? Our team mestilah ada competent to conduct the audit, then they should be able to follow the professional standard as well as applicable regulatory requirement. Okay. Dan kita punya, bila kita hantar audit staff, mestilah mencukupi appropriate number of staff. Macam mana you nak berapa banyak staff yang you nak hantar, depending on the size and nature of the client business, okay? You kena set up the time untuk dia perform the audit, okay? Then you kena ensure that kalau certain industry require certain technical knowledge, we have to ensure that our staff have sufficient knowledge, okay? Blah 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 blah. Okay, done Boleh kelas? Okay, engagement performance. Engagement performance, it is the main responsibility of partner lah, okay? The partner need to assess planning. The first thing that you need to do sebelum you conduct audit, kita kena buat dulu audit planning and identify risk and materiality. That one kita akan cover dalam following topic, okay? Kemudian kita kena supervise our team. Kita kena review. That's why kita kena buat, later on kita kena buat peer review. Tetapi sebelum kita buat peer review, we need to review apa yang dibuat oleh junior as well as senior lah. To ensure audit team will documented their job before we issue the audit report. Okay. So kalau ada any issue, we need to consult dengan audit partner. Kenapa? Apa-apa yang berlaku, audit partner kena tahu. Because he is the one yang akan sign the audit report. Kalau ada apa-apa berlaku later on, that audit partner tu yang akan responsible, okay? Especially kalau ada court case ataupun legal case against the audit partner, okay? And last one adalah monitoring. Monitoring adalah, you should communicate with the firm kalau ada any complaint regarding quality control policy. So kadang-kadang top management tu dia dah buat policy and procedures kan, tetapi dia tak tahu kalau ada weaknesses ataupun ada kesilapan ke ataupun ada yang tak kena ke ataupun ada area yang dia tak cover ke. Okay, normally kita yang bahagian yang lower level yang conduct the audit ni kita akan discover benda tu lah ya. So we need to communicate dengan audit partner lah to ensure that those elements should be included dalam our policy and procedures, okay? Kenapa kita nak buat all these things? To ensure that we be able to produce high audit quality. Kenapa kita nak produce high audit quality? Sebab kita nak enhance public confidence. Okay, supaya public confidence towards our audit report on the audit report that we produce, and then kita nak reducekan legal action against the auditor. Okay, ada soalan? Straightforward saja kan benda ni kan, senang saja sebenarnya. Any question class?
No, madam.
Tak ada ya, faham ya? Okay, itu saja untuk this topic. Yang lain-lain ni I will not cover dalam this chapter sebab yang lain-lain ni I will cover dalam tajuk risk and materiality. Okay? So untuk topik ni you just cover sampai situ saja, sampai AI